I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Handicapper's Corner, brought to you by, as always, the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads, along with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Sunday, June the 9th races at Hastings. We do have 7 races on tap to conclude the weekend of racing action. It's supposed to be a great sunny day. Going to be a lot of fun. First race at 150.
Sunday fun day, yeah. It's supposed to be a gorgeous day. Great weekend last weekend. We're rolling right into it again this week. As Mike mentioned, 7 races on tap. Kicks off with the maiden specialweight, one of the better races on the card, actually.
Yeah, 16th.
Mile and a tick for 3 and ups. Colts and Geldings. I went to the one Victor, really impressed with his first race. Barb Heads isn't really a first out, big effort kind of trainer. She's more as the season goes along, these horses progress nicely and you can see him winning. But his first effort was huge. And if he runs that race back, I think he lands in the winner's circle. But I could see him moving forward off it. It's a Sun Gold for R.J. Bennett. Distance shouldn't be a problem.
It's a big horse.
Yeah.
Good big skookum horse.
Yeah, I like Victor a lot in here. I put Chef in the second spot at the Dino Connolino's barn. Unlucky to still be a maiden, 11-time maiden, and he ran in, second behind El Noble, beat a few lengths by Brave Nation, Speculator. Ran into tough horses. Dino thought enough of him last year even to run him in the Derby as a maiden. Distance is not ideal considering he doesn't have a race this year, but he's ran good races going along in the past. Dino does good off the bench.
Right.
Got him in second. I third, Maven's horse, Doobie. Good third last time in that live race with Proud and Loud and Free Speech. Does get Lasix today. Just a horse that's going the right direction. Second in his first out behind Mosley for 25. Went into a maiden special weight and didn't disgrace himself there at all. He's live in here. I went 1-2-5.
Yeah, I agree with the one, Victor. If this horse, it might be one start early to be going long, but still the horse looked good.
2 sprints would be ideally better.
2 sprints would be ideal, but he's bred to run long. If you see him, he's visually impressive. He's a big, long, lanky horse that should be very good going long, and he's done well, and he looked very good when he did encounter some trouble. Which some of it he caused on his own, just a little bit of greenness, but he did check at the 3/16 pole, as it says in the comments.
Yeah.
But Victor ran well. The 2-horse Chef, the most experienced runner in the race. He's a good distance horse. It is his first start of the year, but Dino's got obviously a good bottom in the horse, and the horse is doing well and is pretty live in here. And I put the 3 Illusion. I went to the 3 Illusion Harbor for third. I could have put Doobie, but excuse me, I put Illusion Harbor. Another one bred to run long and going to get a chance to do that for the first time. I went 1-2-3 in the Sunday opener on to race number 2. $4,000 claimers, non-2 lifetime. Once again, a mile on the 16th. I landed on the 6th Desi. Pretty impressed with his 2 runs this year. Good runner-up effort to Indicative, who had obviously winter racing advantage and a slow pace advantage. And this horse did rally well wide from off the pace. Came back to run a decent third behind Martello, who came back to win against non-3 $8,000 horses. And this horse is just, I think, ideally suited to a mile of 16. So I'll try Desi to defeat the 7 Transplant and the 5 Postman, who's another one ideally suited to going long. I thought those were your 3 horses. I went 6, 7, 5.
I don't have a ton to add. I went the other way, though. I went to Transplant. He's never ran long before, but he's a Sir Galovic, so I don't see the distance being a problem for him. And a good second last time behind Martello, who came back to win off that. And Enrique Gonzalez sticks with him. I like Transplant on top of Desi, your top pick. The reasons you mentioned, another horse that should like the distance. He's second in command, and I agree, Postman. Good to see Hamill stick with Postman. That's why I threw him in the third spot. 7, 6, and 5 for me in the second. On to the third. Fillies and Mares, 4,000. Now where's the year going 6.5 furlongs. Field of 7. I like the 2 in here, Union Obsession for trainer Craig McPherson. Denny Velasquez takes the call. Tattooed Kitty's a pretty tough mare.
Nice mare.
And Union Obsession was good to run second to her, got a 52 buyer. I got Union Obsession on top. I couldn't decide between Be Quick, Be Gone, and Mousy Mousy. I stared, their forms are almost identical. Be Quick, Be Gone just has the 1 race this year, but she's won 3 in a row. Mousy Mousy's won her only 2 starts this year. This is the proper next step for her into a 4 non-words a year, non-4 for Rob Gilker. I went 2, 4 Mousy Mousy and 3 Quick Be Gone. Be Quick Be Gone in the third spot. 2, 4, 3.
Yeah, I went to the 1 Don't Tell Judy. I'm going to try this one to win. I just think she can get the lead. I don't see any speed in here at all. And I just see Don't Tell Judy, who's very tough when she does get to the head end.
Yep.
She kind of bounced around and bobbled and didn't get out there in that 24-1 painfully slow opening quarter last time with Lenny Seacharan. But Amadeo Perez takes over, and he's been on this horse and has won with the horse. So I just think this horse could get a pace edge and has the inside post. And I know you're not going to get a big price on her, but still, I think she's pretty live after that subpar race last time. I agree with Mousy and Be Quick, Be Gone behind. They're both coming off wins at the non-3 level, and they're taking the next progression of the non-4s. But they both did it impressively with similar numbers, a 55 buyer and a 54 buyer. I left out your top pick, Union Obsession. That could be a mistake. She's nice too. It's the inside 4 horses for me, but I did go 1, 4, 3. On to the 4th race, made an $8,000 fillies and mares going 6.5 furlongs. Number 2, Sunspa was scratched the other day. And,
scratched out of a 4, wasn't it? And comes back for 8.
The works have been good, and I think this horse is on tilt for a good effort. I liked her for last time she was in, and I got to take her back. This doesn't appear to be an overly tough made an $8,000 race, so I got to go to the Sunspa, who did miss the entire 2018 season, but still now a 5-year-old daughter of Sun Gold for the breeders, the Canyon Farms, and Craig McPherson. Her races are spectacular 2 years ago.
Yeah, her numbers are way better.
Repeat that, like at this level, spectacular. Hopefully she can repeat those races, and if she does, she wins. I put the 7 horse You Got This, first off the claim for Cindy Krasner. Kind of an odd race last time, kind of got bottled up in behind the horse, just didn't get away well, just had an unlucky trip, ended up wide on the final turn, and was never in the race. So it was pretty quick, made an 8. That Rockstar Red won by 6. This horse got beat 3 3/4 for the 2nd spot, but didn't get a very good trip. Maybe something with Hamill aboard, something will change. Put this one in for 2nd, and I put the 8 Wishable, a first turf for Barb. That has a good final prep in 1 minute and 3/5. She's closely related to some horses that can run, and I just didn't see anyone else. I just had trouble finding someone else to put the 3rd spot, so I went to 2, who I like a lot, 7, 8.
I agree with Sunspa. The reasons you mentioned, I got her on top 2. Any of those races, if she can run back at all like she was running as a 3-year-old.
Close. 80% of that win.
Yeah, exactly. She's going to be tough. I put Calculating, the Mark Lucci barn in the 2nd spot. 3rd behind Librarian and Bad Girl last time in a 16. Now in for 8. Mark, as I mentioned before, just having a great year. What is he, 14 for 23 in the money. Enrique Gonzalez takes gold. Calculating for me in the 2nd spot, and I agree. I put Wishable in the 3rd spot. Barb's off to a great start this year. And as I mentioned before, in the first race too, her first-time starters and a young horse are running really well. It usually takes a while for her to kind of get going, gain momentum. Yeah, they're all running really good. So
not winning a ton, but they're running.
Yeah, exactly.
They're on the board.
She's hitting the board a lot. 2-6-8 for me in the 4th. On to the 5th. 3 and up, 62.50. Good race here.
Yeah.
And I went to the 7 Khakis Command for owner-trainer Glenn Todd. Claimed this horse last year for 4, and he's right there every time. Went down to Phoenix, had a good winter down there. What is he, 7 for 10 lifetime, going 6.5. 3 of his 4 wins have come at today's distance. Glenn Todd, Denny Velasquez off to a great start, is per everybody figured. Khakis Command for me on top, and give me some slack. I got the 2 Terry Clyde horses here, 2nd and 3rd. Give me some slack coming off a nice win at the $4,000 level.
Yeah, look good.
Look good, beat a tough horse and born at the track, and this is a natural next spot for him. He was a decent horse early on in his career. He's got some back class. Got him in the 2nd spot with Amadeo Perez aboard, and I threw in the cool old horse, the 10-year-old Burnham. Gets reunited with Richard Hamill. He won on him 2 starts back at the $4,000 level. Got in that tough 6.250 last time with Bluegrass Angus that just blitzed him. And Hamill was on Bluegrass Angus. Now he lands back aboard Burnham. I went 7, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I agree with your top 2. Actually, those are the horses. Khakis Command should be the speed of the race. Grid run behind Metal Magic, who I liked on Saturday. Khakis Command's a pretty nice sprinter and going to be pretty tough. The 5 horse, give me some slack, looked great in his return. I know it was in a restricted 4,000, or was a waiver claimed 4,000, so it was a lot easier race. But still ran into a toughie and born at the track, as you mentioned. So he's live. I put the 4 horse Sunset Drive in for 3rd. This horse hasn't been disgraced sprinting. He's a better route horse, but his sprint 2 back, he didn't lose to Willing to Travel and Bluegrass Angus by very much in a very quick time. So he's a player too. He's been working well and is also of note. So
he hits the board a lot in these races, as you mentioned. Not really
he's a better road horse.
Does have a win, but he's 5 of 8 hitting the board sprinting.
7-5-4 in the 5th. On to the 6th race, non-3 lifetime for 3 and 4-year-olds here, going 6.5 furlongs. The one horse, El Noble, kind of stands out on paper. Good runner-up effort to a very good proof at last time, and if someone can beat him, I'm not sure. He'll really need, I think, to regress for him to lose today. Up at the 3-horse Boundary Bay, who does have a tactical advantage speed-wise, that would be the one that would probably be able to maybe hang on and defeat El Noble if that one didn't get a good trip. And I put the 8-horse R.W. Stanley in for 3rd. Decent 4th behind Proof at El Noble and Sluice the Boss. The 4-year-olds usually dominate these races. Poor Whiskey Bound finds his tough spot after 2 perfect runs.
Yeah.
2 very good runs first time out. But you got to run somewhere, and the Connections have opted to run in here, and he'll give a really good account of himself. And even another 3-year-old, Finally Gotcha, is pretty live in here too. That horse can run, Finally Gotcha, but unfortunately it's a 3 and 4-year-old race and running into some toughies. I went 1, 3, and 8.
Yeah, this is a good race. You can make a case for a bunch in here. I agree with El Noble. This is a cool horse from Milton.
Good in the Derby. This horse is a nice horse.
He ran huge in the Derby, and the Derby trial. He's just... And picked right up where he left off in his 3-year-old year. Good race behind, as you mentioned.
Proof it, been running.
Tough horse, Proof it, in his first start. El Noble for me on top. I put Day Raider. Another horse that shows up a lot. Just a tough horse for Craig McPherson. He was making his first start, but won a maiden special weight in his first start last year, defeating Panhandle and El Noble. And I didn't want to leave him off the ticket because he's a cool horse.
Yep, nice horse.
He's a 4-year-old. He's a New Year's Day, of course. New Year's Day.
Wants more ground, but he's a nice horse. And
exactly. I think going long, but he can sprint too, right? Like he did first out of the box last year, ran a big one. He's been working well. Day Raider for me in the 2nd spot, and I didn't want to leave out Whiskey Bound. I know he's a 3-year-old. There's some, these tough horses. Harry's Hammer we didn't even touch on. He ran a big race behind Whiskey Bound last time, but this is a horse that's really getting confident and really improving every time for Keith Peterson.
Nice
and
Routing will be fun for him. I like to see him route.
Yeah,
he's not
exactly.
a huge horse, but he will run long.
He'll go long, exactly. And good to see Kim Peacock and Lance Giesbrecht here last weekend. 1-5-2 for me in the 6th. On to the nightcap, the 7th. A 12-5 for straight 3-year-olds. Going to the Glenn Todd horse here. Move On, taking the big drop. Won a maiden special weight here over Dat Day. Numan's Reward. His last start as a 2-year-old last year. Tried him in the Jim Coleman Province earlier this meet, and now he gets aggressive, as Glenn is known to do, and in here for 12-5. If he shows up any of that 2-year-old form, he should be a handful in here. I got Move On top of the 2, Better Than a Boyfriend. I was impressed with that maiden 16 score. Came back in that Martello Next Otis Mustachio race. Those are some seasoned tough horses there in that 8 on 3, and a straight 3-year-olds for 12-5 should suit him well. And I threw in the 5. The times are a-changin' for Dave Forster. Broke his maiden first out this year for 8. Looked good doing it actually too. Went quite wide. Then he got into a tough race with Imposing Cat European in a 16 on 3. He should like the 3-year-old company here better as well. I went 7, 2, and 5.
Yeah, I went the 2-horse Better Than a Boyfriend. I agree. The good run first time out. Did hook into a tough non-3-8 last time.
Yeah.
That was a Martello came back to win, or that was Martello's second win
in a row. Yeah.
But Next Otis was dropping. That was a good race, and Mustachio was pretty nice. Just got a little too far out of it. A wide trip, 5 wide on the final bend, and that's usually pretty generous, probably 6 wide.
Yeah, he was.
But this horse did not get a good trip. Better Than Boyfriend for me to defeat Times Are Changing, and good win first time out. Once again, another one that hooked into a tough field second time against older horses. Gets back in against his own age group. That's a big edge. Getting back in against 3-year-olds. But Imposing Cat, European, and Sword Fighter, that was a tough non-316.
Yeah, that was a big task in his second start.
And the 7-horse Move On, I agree, dropping out of Stakes Company. I thought those were your 3 horses, 2, 5, and 7.
Yep.
I left out Indicative, who, if you're playing a 4th horse, put that one in. I know it was just a non-2-4 win, but the horse did do it quite nicely in a pretty quick time. But 2, 5, and 7 for me in the finale on Sunday. Next up on screen will be a quick recap of our selections. Back in race number 1, it did go to the 1-horse Victor, 1, 2, 3. Race number 2, I went to the 6, Desi, 6, 7, 5. Race number 3, the 1, Don't Tell Judy, 1, 4, 3. Race number 4, I went to the 2, Sunspa over the 7 and 8. Race number 5, I went to the 7, Kaki's Command over the 5, Give Me Some Slack, and the 4, Sunset Drive. Race number 6, I went to the 1, El Noble, 1, 3, 8. And in the 7th and final, the 2, Better Than a Boyfriend. Over the Times Are a Changin', 2, 5, 7.
On to my picks, there we go. Back in the first, I agree with Mike. Like this horse a lot. Number 1, Victor in the maiden special weight over the 2 and the 5. In the second, I went to the 7, Transplant over the 6 and the 5. In the third, I like the 2, Craig's horse, Union Obsession over the 4 and the 3. In the fourth, I agree with Mike. I'm with Mike in the next 3, Sunspa over the 6 and the 8. On the 5th, Kaki's Command looks good. Number 7 over the 5 and the 6. In the 6, really like El Noble off a big effort in his first start this year. 1, 5, and 2. And in the nightcap, I went to the 7, Move On over the 2 and the 5.
All right, that'll do it for this edition of Handicapper's Corner. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Good luck, everyone, in your wagers this weekend. Hopefully we've given you some cool insight into maybe helping you out, cashing some winning tickets. That'd be a lot of fun. We always enjoy you winning.
Yes.
And that's why we do this. We need you winning some money. We need you coming back.
Don't want you ripping them up.
No, we need no coasters. We
No.
don't need any more.
That's right.
But good luck in your wagers this weekend. On behalf of Drew, thanks for tuning in. Next weekend we'll be running Saturday, Sunday again.
Yep.
That's the 15th and 16th, both days at
First
150.
post, 150.
But don't forget, Belmont on Saturday.
Yep.
Come out here to the Derby Bar and Grill. If you're not heading to Hastings, should be a great day here. Of course, lots of great simulcasting,
Yep.
so take advantage of that. Good luck in your, as I said, good luck in your wagers. We'll see you next time here on Handicapper's Corner at the Derby Bar and Grill.
I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do.